OMG. Uh, Thank you for tuning in. This is Sid the Kid, and this is the review for Love After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 18. And right now we have, oh, it's a fucking mess. Okay, so let's start off with the people that probably mean the least to me. Let's start with Clinton Tracy. Uh, or Clinton Crickety Crack. But apparently, from what I just watched, it's Crickety Crack meets crack. So basically, now we're at the point where Clint and Tracy are now very late to brunch with his mother. Everybody, they're talking about how, oh my goodness, it's been such a long time. This is her last day of parole. She's really excited. She's super nervous. You can see plainly that she's very anxiety ridden at the time. I definitely can recognize it. And so when they get there, the first thing the mom says is like, so why were you late? Your father just left because, you were late. So you're going to have to meet him another time. But we can have brunch together. I would have felt like shit. And that's why I'm so weird about time. Like, I will cancel pretty easily. But if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I have to be there. And I certainly have to be there on time. And I know, especially coming from Caribbean heritage, that's why that you have to tell people 2 hours in advance. So if the party's at 7, you tell them be there by 5 o'clock so they can be there at 7. Okay. So, I digress. So they sit down at the table and, Clint's mom is going on a soliloquy about how she really wants to be able to have a good relationship with her. She wants to be able to trust her. She thinks it's possible, but once you lose that trust, it's gone. It's over. And, Tracy was saying things along the lines of, I've spent 10 years in prison because of my own stupidity, my own selfishness, and, that all that's over and everybody's going to have like a good life, yada, 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 yada. I'll be honest with you. I'm just, I hope Tracy doesn't fuck up because I'm low key like rooting for Tracy because I'm just like, come on, man. You obviously this idiot loves the shit out of you. Just do right. If you love him. And it actually seems that she actually has real feelings invested and involved. So fingers crossed. Anyway, moving on to our next couple. Let's go to Lizzie and Scott. So Lizzie has just jumped into her vehicle. She got permission from the PO. This is after she talked to her daughter, was like, listen, and her daughter was like, listen, if you see Scott, we're done. So, of course, Lizzie hops on a plane and talks to her PO for permission and goes to go see Scott. Winning, mother winning. Although I will be honest, and I'll say, like, Jasmine, her daughter, has no place to be upset. Listen, don't get upset because your mom is a trick. All this idiot did was just continue to pay money. Honestly, like he just continued to pay money for his habit, and it shows like a codependency and somewhat of, I guess, it's just not a surfical kind of selfishness. It's more or less like, I know the money that I'm giving her might actually hurt her, but I would rather her be happy. So, and we're already talking about how this man is paid 110, 130. Goodness knows what the price is now because they keep on changing between each episode how much Scott has given Lizzie. So, Lizzie basically walks up. And I just want to say something. I wonder if Lizzie has any kind of Caribbean heritage because she's super theatrical and dramatic. Like, she literally walks into the house and was like, hey, Scott. Well, first, some woman came up to the door and she was like, are you Jasmine? And I guess he had dated somebody named Jasmine. Because for a second, I'm like, why the fuck is the daughter over there? I'm like, oh, this is going to be some Jerry Springer shit. Thankfully, it's another woman named Jasmine. And I guess they had dated after he and Lizzie had broken up. But it wasn't Jasmine. It was just a good friend of his or what have you. So she's like, oh, let me go get Scott, when Lizzie comes to the door. And Lizzie's like, I'm coming in. So, and I was like, This bitch is shut up. So she walks in, she starts playing with the dog. She sees Scott, they hug and so on and so forth. She was like, oh, I just forgot. I actually have a little present for you in my purse. Give me a second. And she literally goes, puts her hand into her purse and comes out and smacks the shit out of him. I was like, if that ain't island people, I don't know what is. Because I was really shocked. I was like, damn, bitch, we doing it like that. And I guess he's trying to say, hey, this Jasmine person and I only hung out. Because she was saying, you cheated on me, you cheated on me, you cheated on me. And I'm just wondering why Lizzie's even doing this, because you didn't even want to fuck this man. He didn't even get to smell the pussy yet. He doesn't like, I don't understand. I don't understand how are you upset? Boo. Like, shit, explain this shit to me, for real. But because she never fucked Scott, and he's saying over the course of time they've been broken up, he still hasn't slept with anybody. When he asked her the same question, have you slept with anybody since we broke up or what have you? She was like, oh yeah, I went on plenty of dates, and then I fucked all kinds of people. And I'm just like, we know she was being facetious. We know she was being sarcastic. We get it. But you having a trick background does not, wrong, baby, it's the wrong joke for you. That's all. So she says to him, I'm going to take you out on a date. And he says, I'll think about it. She's like, I'll be here in the morning at 10. I was like, and then she says she's paying. I'm like, oh, what is going on? Because I never really thought that Lizzie actually had feelings for Scott, like, at all. And now I'm like, do you? Did you, like, have to take a chance and think about it and be like, oh, he's not a bad guy? Like, so confusing. Let's move on. So, next couple is Lamar and Andrea. And I guess Lamar had gone ahead and violated his parole because he was in the car with one of his cousins who had a gun. So that's why he went back to jail. I think he went to jail for 4 months, something like that. But he went back to jail, right? So at this point, everybody's doing Christmas. And she's, we all know Andrea's a Mormon. I didn't even know there were black Mormons. But anyway, so, they apparently, she was saying, like, during Christmas, it's just like a month of festivities. And it was funny because he was talking about, like, because he spent 20 years in jail, he was like, I don't really find the importance in Christmas like that, because what was Christmas other than, like, chocolate milk and a piece of pie? Like, that was Christmas, And not because I've been in jail for 20 years, but I also kind of don't really get the whole Christmas thing. I have some severe Christmas sprites in my life. Like, I'm talking, like, we taking this to a whole nother level. Like, there's an elf on a shelf. I didn't even know what the elf on the shelf was. We're like, oh, well, you move him around so the kids are surprised every time you put them someplace different. I was like, girl, I was like, go ahead. You confuse them children. That's fine. But I understood kind of where he was going with it, because he was just like, it's just not as big of a deal to me. But just like I'm joining in the festivities. I'll decorate the tree, so on and so forth. But, like, my personal feelings about it really haven't changed. It's just not, and obviously that conversation can be a whole lot longer as to why I really don't, do the whole Christmas thing. But girl, that's another video. So, they finished decorating the tree, and I think at one point one of the kids was like, this looks tacky. And I was like, damn. But then I also haven't had too many trees in my life, so whatever. And then at one point he says, okay, well, now that we've done the tree, I'm going to go hang out with my family. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. I was about to say his actual family. But he's going to go hang out with, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever. And Andrea is like, listen, I don't know why you would go over there, because it's not a good environment. And I don't know why they would invite you over there, because that's not love if they can put you in a position where you go back to jail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think this is Andrea's white woman showing. you know? And that's mostly because I feel like she truly feels like his family's bad for him. But instead of like going over, let's meet, let's all come to the meeting of the minds, we're all trying to keep my husband safe. That's something that I would be trying to do because I wouldn't want to ostracize him from his family. But at the same time, you know, you definitely want him to continue to try and be responsible because it was a silly ass humbug bullshit that he actually went to jail on. Like I feel like it's so stupid that he went back to jail for 4 months. And instead of saying, you know, the system is fucked up and, you know, this shouldn't be the way it is, she's really holding it against him. Like, well, you were stupid and you were around people that you shouldn't have been. At the same time, that's true. Because you have to think about these things before you put yourself in a situation that you can't fucking get out of. So I understand, but I really wish that Andrea was going to be more open to these kind of things and open to him like going out and, you know, having his family and so on and so forth. And he's sitting down with his family because he has a huge argument just to get out of the house. And basically it's like I feel that he went to prison for 20 years and he went from one prison. He feels like he's kind of imprisoned here because he can't do what he wants to do. And, you know, Andrea doesn't smoke. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do anything. And he doesn't want to take her to places where she's not going to be having a good time. So that's why I'm guessing that's why he wanted to go see his family by himself so that he's not getting like the evil fucking side eye, you know, every time he decides to, you know, pick up a spliff or a shot or something. So, I mean, I understand and I get it. And I really, because they were even asking, are you going to convert to being a Mormon? And he was like, what the fuck? And he even said it. He said some shit that was real as fuck. He was like, I just don't feel like it's my culture. Duh, boo. Duh. Okay. He ends up going out with the family and everything like that, going out with his family and everything like that, while everybody else is basically at home pissed and bitching. Me personally, I wouldn't have done it on the same night. I would have made sure I had family night with my immediate family, my wife and my stepchildren, and then I would try and have the whole next day for my family so that nobody feels left out because they were like, oh, we were going to watch movies and, you know, some traditional shit, some shit that I would be like, oh my God, okay, let's go watch The Grinch and go make popcorn. Jesus Christ, fuck my life. Like, I don't mean to be like bah humbug, but this is the perception, or maybe it's what it is. Maybe I am bah humbug. So anyway, let's move on to our next couple, which would be Marcelino and Brittany. I guess Brittany ends up going out to her friends. Well, not to her friend's house, but she ends up going to dinner with her friends. And she comes home, and it's late at night. And this is where I see the hypocrisy showing. So when Marcelino is coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning because he playing poker, he's upset because she came home late, and he's like, well, how am I supposed to go get the car if I got to go to take little Gio to school in the morning? And she was like, well, you're not respecting the schedule. Okay, so when you come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's respecting the schedule? She's saying the exact same shit I would be saying. Like, okay, so this is not going to be equal. You just don't fucking trust me is what it really is. And he's like, oh, well, I'm done putting out olive branches. I'm just going to go ahead and take it one day at a time after that. I was like, yo, go suck your mama. Like, he getting on my nerves. And I understand he cares and he's overprotective, but the whole Marine thing, and he's just like, just all the machismo and just like, it's too much. It makes me remember why I decided I wanted to be with women in the first place. to just be real. Currently in a straight relationship, but I remember why. That's basically how they ended. She comes home, he's upset because all she did was go to dinner with her, with a girlfriend, you know, but I guess because the girlfriend is a felon or what have you. Oh, goodness. Hold on. I think this is my boss. Oh, God. This is going to be funny. Hold on. Paperwork.
It's done from Northgate.
Done for Northgate? Okay, just OMD1. Gotcha. Thank you. Funny stuff. Okay, anyway, so what was I saying? Right, that's basically the end of Marcelino and Brittany. I don't know if Marcelino's ever gonna trust her. I did, however, find out that the girl that she went to dinner with, Sasha, she got like 30 years in prison. I guess she was just a person, maybe she was in the getaway car or something, but she was a part of a burglary where somebody died, so she took all the burglary charges because she wasn't like the trigger person or what have you. And now at this point, it's like, Sasha's hot. That's so sad. All right, anyway, moving on. So let's go to the creme de la creme, the idiots of, like the circle of idiots, which is Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So we start with Sarah, who is getting ready to do this whole maternity ward thing. She's calling them so that she can go ahead and get induced because she's at 9 months, and she just, get the fuck out. Which I've never been like pregnant, but I can understand wanting to get that shit off of you. So she calls and she's making appointments. Her best friend comes and she's like, I'm just really glad Michael's not here to go ahead and fuck your life up continually, even though you're having his second baby because you're a dumbass. She didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying. Then we go to Michael and Megan, and I guess Megan has pulled up to the house. She brought some Popeye's chicken, She's trying to make sure he got a good first meal, you know what I'm saying? So she brings him the Popeyes, and he's like, let's go back in the back seat and get some cutties. I was like, I really hope that's short for cuddle. I really hope it's short for cuddle. But she's like, but there's something that I have to tell you. Remember when I gave you money for the lawyer and you had your homeboy go ahead and pay me back? Well, your homeboy and I started talking. Nothing ever got really physical. We kissed and I sent him a picture that wasn't like nudes or anything. But, she says that and Michael get out the car. Michael's upset. Michael had a whole baby on you, bitch, like a whole ass baby on you, bitch. And he got the audacity to be mad. I can't even understand that. And then he's talking about, we gonna have to dead this shit now. I was like, now you got a reason to go make it work with your wife? Yo, I'm sorry. Michael is such an ain't shit ass nigga. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this shit is fucked up. And he's upset. He's like, he's about to break up with her because he went ahead and he's like, hey, I didn't fuck your sister or your cousin or some shit like that. Why would you fuck with my homeboy? Okay, so you having a whole ass baby on me while I went ahead and paid $12,000 worth of phone calls. Hey, Megan's stupid. Megan's stupid as shit. Let me not roll over that. Okay. I think I saw the call in the circle of idiots, but Megan's dumb as fuck. And she paid $12,000 for phone calls. You have a whole ass baby on her. She gives you her virginity. She lost her virginity at 28. I was like 21 or something. So I kind of feel your pain. Bitch, please. Bitch, bye. I can't. And then this is the nigga you want to go ahead and give you your cookies to? Girl, bye. So that was basically life after a lockup. It was fucked up. It's stupid. It's ratchet. It's wonderful. I feel so much better about my own life. I don't got a nigga in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are good, Life's okay. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Like, comment, and subscribe even if you don't like the video. I would appreciate it. But please have a awesome rest of your night. This is Sid the Kid. Deuces.